Let us imagine ourselves at the table with Jesus when he forewarns that one of us will betray him. Our reactions will not be different from that of his apostles. They looked askance at one another, and in their self-righteous manner, they asked the Lord who the culprit was. In other words, their first suspects were other people and not themselves. But who amongst us have never betrayed the Lord? And for what? Even now, God knows that we are such half-hearted people with a tendency to let him down at the slightest opportunity. He knows and have to contend with the fact that, like Judas, we can appear to be about the Lord's work while we are actively selling out. He knows that, like Peter, we can say, "I will follow you wherever you go. I will even lay down my life for you." But we are just blowing smoke. Yet, though he knows, he doesn't love us any less. So he called them little children. Why would Jesus call adults little children? Reflecting on that, what came up for me was that Jesus, knowing their hearts, can see that they were spiritually childlike. Their hearts were all over the place. One will betray him. Another will deny him. They will argue about who the greatest was among them. Some wanted the seats at his right and left, and so on. There were many occasions when scriptures will say that they were yet to understand what Jesus was about until after his resurrection. For example, Matthew chapter 16, verses 22 to 23, Mark chapter 9, verse 32, Luke chapter 18, verse 34, John chapter 16, verse 18, and chapter 20, verse 9. But in spite of their childish spirituality, their lack of understanding, and even their weaknesses, Jesus loved them, and he knew they will grow and certainly attain the Christian maturity required to appreciate his message, be single-minded in their commitment, and continue his mission. We too are called to be like John the Beloved, who was so childlike as to recline on his master's chest. That imagery bespeaks intimacy. Let us have that kind of relationship with Jesus that makes us so close to him, free with him, and trusting of him. Finally, by calling them little children, Jesus was reaffirming our adoption as children of God. Jesus came to make us children of God like himself, the eternal child. In John chapter 15, verse 9, he will say that, "As the Father has loved me, so I have loved you. Remain in my love." So let us not resist the idea of being a child, God's children. Neither should we betray our status as God's children, which was the tragedy of what Judas was about to do.